All right, welcome back, everybody. What's going on? What is going on? I don't even have any banners or anything. Shout out to Harley Rose, not sponsoring this shit. 30 seconds in, cursing already. A little, not shwasty, but getting there. But how y'all doing? Oh man. Try to have a real ass conversation with my dad tonight. It didn't go that well. It did not go very well. I got as far as I grew up. It's so similar to the horde of Gen Xers who felt like they needed to comment on my Gen X video from 3+ weeks ago, coming up on a month now. That they need to tell me their life story and this, that, and the other. I don't know. I feel like I might just be on my own, in my own little universe. It's me and you, boy. I don't know. I tried to be like, hey, Dad, I get it. Like today, my dad, we were supposed to hang out, we were supposed to do Father's Day on Father's Day, but then my brother and my sister apparently weren't around, so they're like, okay, we're canceling Father's Day. Not like I'm 1/3 of. Oh, that's what we're gonna be doing as I talk through this. I got a new monitor, portable monitor, so that while I do these streams, hopefully, if I put it this way, I'm thinking if I put it this way, I might be able to share videos full screen with you guys like that, but. The backdrop is I'm drunk. I just got home from dinner with my dad. Almost lost my vape, bro. Those of you who know, I was so mad. I called my dad. I was like, please tell me my vape is in the door handle of your car. I was like, there's no way. There's no way I left it in the pocket of my pants like I always do. Moron. All right, so let's see how this works. But, the man literally said to me, yeah, I never thought to explain to you. As I said, happy wife, happy life type of dude. Say hello so I know who's here, so I know I'm not talking to myself. Do me a favor and just be like, yo. Happy wife, happy life type of dude. I am 34 years old. I'm going to be 35 this fall. And tonight is when I realized, oh, he knows that happy wife, happy life is for your wife and not for dating. Hey, shout out to my boy, Melted Mind Media. Always being a homie. What's good, brother? So he knew, like, oh, wait, when you're dating, obviously don't happy wife, happy life it. News to me. Post or pre-manosphere, red pill, whatever. I didn't know that. Did you tell me that? No, whose responsibility was it? Not Dad's. Oh, well, I learned it myself. Oh, you mean like the 2,000 comments on the video I did about Gen X? You're just a boomer. You're just a boomer, dude. If you are under 40 years old, we out here. There's nobody who knows what this world is. The younger kids do. They can benefit from us. But the shift that's happened in the last 10 years, it's just, if you're a millennial, figure it out so that the Zoomers and the Alphas, they don't have to figure it out. but we sure as shit got to figure it out. Stephen Colbert Cheese, welcome to the party. So, what do you blame Dad for? So, again, not being, again, my parents are immigrants. So they came here in the 80s. They grew up in the West Indies. They lived in England for a little while, and then moved here in early 1980s. Had us kids, and so the lack of understanding that females, women, dating, all that stuff was different than this. Really, I fucking already bought one. I bought an extra one. They all again, he made it seem like, oh well, this is the way to go about life. Happy wife, happy life. It is not until tonight that he's like, wait, that's for your wife, not when you're dating. You didn't tell me any of that. You didn't tell me anything about anything. I was just witnessing what I was witnessing. And I see Dad saying, yeah, whatever makes you happy, to my crazy, anxiety-ridden, fucking insane mother. And I'm supposed to know that no, that's for the woman who's already decided that she's ride or die for you. Yeah, I mean, I took sociology and philosophy in college, but as a as a pubescent boy in middle school, high school, like, I'm just out here following Disney movies. And again, I never blame. Oh, this is a nice case. Look at that shit. Look at that. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Wait, what? As okay, I see. As somebody who didn't necessarily grow up in this country, I was like, okay, maybe Oh, sorry, Bubba. I'm sorry, Mort. Don't forget, every single donation comes with a treat from Morty. Shout out to Cody Brooks. And I'm so worried about this question and its consequences that I gave up my kid for adoption. I still blame my dad, but not to the extent of using him as an excuse. Just, I only know the wrong way to dad. Oof. All three. I mean, mainly psychology and philosophy, but definitely all three. But yeah, like in the same way that y'all had some context where you were going to be introduced to Star Wars. Whatever the context was, there was never going to be a context in which you grew up and did not watch Star Wars with your dad. My dad was aware of the fact that wasn't going to happen for me, but also was just like, figure it out. But also at the same time as, figure it out, is also the dude like, hey, I'm here for you. You need to, and this is a very positive complaint in the sense that, like, he's been there for me. He's not been a bad dad. There is nothing that I could say that would make him be a bad dad. But just in this one area, it's like, bro, like, you did not prepare me for this. What didn't I figure out? I didn't figure out that women are not sugar and spice and everything nice. And then you don't just be yourself and she'll whatever. I didn't know that, like, if you just whatever, you do whatever she wants and it'll make your life easier. And balance sheet, you're absolutely fucking correct. And I'm so sorry to hear that. And I would never say that my life is worse than yours, or that I didn't have, that you didn't experience something horrific. But luckily, I do have my dad. And so all I know is a life where I do have my dad. And so I implore you to do a video about what it's like to not have your dad. But I can't do that video because I have my dad. And he was a good dad. He's a great dad. He continues to be a great dad. But here it is. We go to sit down, and I'm waiting. Somebody like, how is this? What is this? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. We go out for dinner, and I'm like, yo, let's have a real ass conversation about like, why my life, your life, life in general isn't where we want it to be. And I know that I would be willing if I had been telling children that when it comes to children, little boys, that, hey, when it comes to women, just happy wife, happy life, and them not knowing that, well, you're talking about like somebody's already committed to you in a marriage, not like dating. Because again, that is something I found out that he was referring to tonight. He says, "Soon I knew I'd screw up my kid up. To my dad, Star Wars is not the only devil. We had to burn all my Lego sets because of it. Damn. Yeah, I mean, hey, my dad was not a bad dad. My dad was an awesome dad. My dad was an awesome dad. There's no question. My dad did so much. But if you're going to tell me that because I had a dad and my parents are married, that I don't have the privilege of having aspects of my childhood that weren't ideal, I mean, fair enough, but fuck off then. Steven says, "Could you be happy in life if you never married or had kids?" I mean, I guess I feel happy enough now-ish, I guess. But probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that a family is I've never really wanted anything else. Like I've learned to desire other things in place of that because like, okay, I'm not necessarily gonna be able to just like find a woman, but I can start a platform where I talk about things that I care about and so on and so on and so forth. So like if I never find anyone and the Indian Jesus blows up to be a huge thing, am I not going to be happy? I don't think so. I don't think I'll be unhappy, but if I could choose between having a wife and a family or the Indian Jesus being the most famous channel on YouTube, I would choose a family in a second. But she said, "Was your mom supportive?" No, she's Asian. He might have felt women are good women are very different from Western women. Well, yes, he definitely. So I have a younger sister, and we got to talking about like, luckily she's about to marry a dude in August. That's pretty solid dude. But my dad told me tonight that he'd never had the conversation with her that like, oh, men only want one thing, and like that kind of thing. Like, it seems like you should do that. And he's like, well, I left it in the hands of your mother. And so again, to give context, he's a doctor, so he worked a lot. It's not that he wasn't there, but physically he just wasn't there a lot because he was working for our family. And I'm not complaining about the fact that he's working, but that's what my life was. And again, if you can't deal with the fact that I had both parents in my life and they were together, and also I had problems, this ain't the stream for you. This ain't the stream for you. But there was so much unsaid that in different generations, like, it might have been okay. And I've seen in that Gen X video that I put out where it was, oh, we did everything on our own. Like, yeah, but you don't really seem happy about anything. Why am I missing? Why am I missing what? Cody said, I think we aren't all made to be fathers. Well, again, I mean, he did so much. He did so much. He worked so hard. And he provided me with so much. And that can never be forgotten. That can never be forgotten. Does that mean that I'm not allowed to feel some type of way about the specific aspect of how I was taught to deal with women? I mean, maybe you think so, but I'll disagree. You see, I also think family is where the country fell apart. So I'm like the alcoholic at the meeting saying, I know I fucked up. I hear you. I hear you. Balanced, is it shes or she's? So the longest journey you take is the 12 inches from the head into the heart. Number one teachers in this, and I don't know what that means. Steven says, did your sister regret not giving her that talk, or just you think he should have? Well, I don't know, because I don't talk to her. She's apparently mad at me because back when the Marvel movies were around and she was into them, I didn't get it. And then I was like, oh, I get it now. I want to watch the Marvel movies. And she got mad at me because I wasn't into the Marvel movies when she was in the Marvel movies, which I didn't learn until like last year. But so I don't know. But I don't really think that, I mean, I think that, as little as I know my sister, I think her fiance is a good dude. I think throughout her life, she's, done pretty well in terms of men as far as I know, which is not very, not well at all. No. Wait, that sounded wrong. I don't know what her like sexual history is like. We don't talk to each other. So I don't know. I have no idea how she feels. But even if she doesn't understand that a father telling you, hey, this is what men think, not willing to give him the pass on that. If anything, when it comes to a father and daughter, what else is there but for you to make sure that you understand what a good man and a bad man is? And again, I don't know. Maybe he did, and maybe, and this was all in question form. Did you ask? Did you tell her these things? And he told me no. So I don't know. Balance said, Western upbringing is emotional mothers usually coddle their kids with too much emotion because you're not in your heart. Get out of the head. Thoughts aren't ours. They came from other sources. I don't know what that means, but as a complete opposite, my mom is a fucking brick wall. A brick wall. I wish there's been not an emotional exchange between my mother and I in at least 15 years. If in the lottery of life you ended up with a doctor father thinking you got the short straw, it seems a tad egotistic. No, I mean, if that's what you think, then yeah, sure. Yeah, nope. I got more than other people, so I'm supposed to have a perfect life and not have any complaints. If you think that, then yeah, sure. This ain't the channel for you, bro. This ain't the channel for you. If you think somebody has a nut, like as I've expressed, I am very, 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 very grateful for everything that my family has been able to provide for me. I graduated 4 years of a private college with $0 in debt. So yes, I won the lottery in life in terms of parents. So does that mean that I'm supposed to just live my life and not ever have a problem with anything? Shout out to Darshan. Welcome to the party. Good to see you, brother. I could use some wisdom on this one. Some wisdom on this one. Can I? Because it seems like you're telling me that I'm egotistical because my parents are together and my dad's a doctor, but my life isn't perfect. How dare I say that my life is not perfect? My life is better than other people. How dare I? Right? I should just shut up. I should just accept whatever I get. Okay, if you think that, Do you think, homie? That just tells me you don't know shit about shit. You think you know that because your life is worse than some other people, then, oh, I get to cry, but you don't. My life is worse than yours. You don't get to cry. You live in America, motherfucker. You live in America, motherfucker. You think your life is that much worse than mine that you get to complain and I don't? Bye. 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 I disagree. I think I think come on. Give me a fucking mouse. No, I disagree. I think that you can have an amazing life and still understand that there are things that you don't like. And rather, you should be able to understand that regardless of the blessings in your life, that you want to be able to improve things. And so if there's a way that I can get closer to my father, if there's a way that I can build a relationship with my mother, if there's a way that I can build a relationship with my sister, if there's a way that I can build a relationship with my with anybody in my family, despite the fact that I never once had to worry about where money was coming from, then I guess I'm a shitty, horrible, terrible, no good, very bad person. And you shouldn't watch somebody like me who's so ungrateful, who's got all the money. Emotions be damned. Emotions be damned. Who cares if I was suicidal at 11 years old? Who cares if there's still scars on my arm from trying to kill myself? I won the lottery. Daddy's a doctor. So what? How dare you complain? If that's what you think, get the fuck out of this channel. Bye. You're missing what I'm saying. We spend our whole lives thinking way too much. Trauma never goes. When a real problem occurs, we're overwhelmed like this. Quiet in the mind. Isn't that the Indian philosophy? I don't know. I'm a fucking American. So bring that up with somebody who studies Indian philosophy. Dietrich, so there's nothing muddier in each person's life than the bridges that break us from reasonably applicable blame on our parents for our journey. From the point of accepting our own faults to not overcome. Can you expand on that? I think I agree, but I'm not sure what you're saying. Darshan says, to answer the question of the stream, maybe you can blame a father on a few things, just a few. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So is my dad a perfect human being because he was a doctor? Is that what we're saying? Shout out to David. Said, I say this a lot. Don't trip me while I'm falling. Fair enough. I am privileged. I am absolutely privileged. Is it impossible to be privileged and upset at the same time? Or is it because I'm privileged that I should be happy-go-lucky every single second? So yeah, I'll just shut up. I'll just go and be happy and or pretend to be happy because I'm not happy, but I should be happy because hey, daddy's got money. Right? So what else matters in life? What else matters in life, right? I don't know even why I'm fucking doing this. I know that you fucking you're not gonna understand. Well, you got it better than me, so what are you complaining about? You're right. You're right. I got it better than you. That doesn't mean my life is fucking perfect. If you can't understand that, fair enough. But that doesn't really mean anything for you, except for the fact that you're simple-minded to think that, oh, you got $1 million. Your life must be perfect. I don't have $1 million. And again, I am extremely privileged. That's not the question here. I am extremely privileged. And at no point am I saying that is not the case or that anything against that. So again, I will ask you, do privileged people not allowed to be upset about specific things? You were trying to make me feel better. But okay, well, you failed. Bye. Bye. Maybe I need to go. Maybe you just don't get it. Maybe y'all are just fucking. Maybe I'm just bitching about shit that shouldn't be bitched about. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just shut the fuck up. And there's other things that are. You're right. You're right. You're right. I shouldn't be talking about anything. I apologize. I apologize. You guys have good lives, and I have a better life because Daddy's a doctor, and I should just accept it. Thank you, man. I'm not trying to like. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to fucking. I think I should end this. Wow, this is not doing what I wanted to do. Do you ever just like talk to somebody that you thought would understand what you would think and feel and say that and have no fucking clue? I think you're a bad person for feeling the way that you do. Have you ever felt that? Does Daddy having money change that feeling at all? Then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Cody said, at least your privilege is money and not made up fantasy fun in the media. I don't really respect and understand you that you understand them. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, man. I am not fucking crying on stream right now. I'm a fucking gangster. We are not fucking crying on stream right now. Where is the USB-C to USB-C so I can get this? Because here's the thing. If I can get this to go like long ways, then this might be the vertical like monitor. And we might be able to watch videos vertically. But anyway. With this admin, I'm late to the party, but I think I feel where you're coming from. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Because, you know, I guess I'm sure Balance Chez is left already, but I can't blame anybody who's lived a hard life. If you've lived, you know, a hard life, and you know, maybe if your parents aren't, it's right here, you fucking moron! It's right here. If you've lived a hard life on the basics, then I don't shout out to Mercy Choke. Welcome to the party. I'm doing all right. I'm doing. Dietrich said we struggle to know when we can say I am this way because of them, and when it's time to say I'm not moving forward because I won't do what I need to overcome. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's like I don't know where is it? I've been the guy who's like, Daddy's got it figured out, and I can complain about that, but I'm not complaining about that. I am acknowledging that that is a privilege, a huge fucking privilege that so many people, so many of you will never be able to understand. And if you don't think that I appreciate that, then you don't know who I am. But that's okay. If you think like I would imagine I would be the shittiest fucking person to anybody who had money if I didn't. I mean, I don't, but like I come from people who have money. I feel like I would be the exact same way. So I don't blame you, but I'm still a person. I'm still a fucking person. I went out for Father's Day dinner with my dad, and I was just trying to talk about ways that like maybe, just maybe, despite the fact that you are a doctor, despite the fact that you worked 16-hour days and, I got 1 hour maybe while you watched Fox News as I was 7 years old and I could sit next to you as long as I didn't talk. Because you were bringing money in, that's supposed to be enough for a father-son relationship. Ian says he can't blame his father for anything. And I think that's awesome. But, like, we all live different lives. And well, good for you, Ian. You said, bro, I grew up without my dad and a single mom. That doesn't mean you had a better life than me, because I both know we struggled. Am I allowed to agree? I don't know. Am I allowed to agree? Am I allowed to agree? I feel like maybe I did have a better life in some respects. But how many scars do you have on your arm? I'm not trying to make this a competition. I don't fucking, like, I don't not care, but this isn't about your father and your life. Make that video if you want to make that video. I'm just trying to talk about my fucking life. Shout out to Kevin Johnson. I'm looking at this hot man, is what I'm doing. Welcome to the party. So I can blame my father. He's the reason I have an average size male appendage. Well, don't have that problem. I don't know about my dad, but I don't have that problem. But shout out. Hey, we got Amb in the building. Welcome. Steven says, "What are the?" I asked for this. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm in my feels. So just take this as it is. I never come to you guys in my feels. So just take this what it is. What are the top 3 things you blame your father for or wish he tried harder with you? Number 1, understanding that his relationship with my mom was not necessarily a typical relationship between a man and a woman. That his relationship with and when I say that I blame my father, I don't blame my father. I just wish he would have done these things. I understand that he was with my mom since they were in their 20s. I get that my dad was never on the American dating apps. He was never on Tinder. I get that. I don't blame him. But I never got the experience to talk about those things and talk about how it was different so that he could apply his knowledge as a grown man to give me any advice. It was just like, happy wife, just do what she says. Hey, beta. That's why and he didn't know that it was so different for me. So I don't blame him for shit. All I want him to do is acknowledge that it's not anybody else's responsibility to teach me about women and families than my fucking father. Even if he couldn't have known any better. Better. Even if he couldn't have known any better. It's still not my responsibility to be taught. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. And daddy gave me fucking bands. Sent me to private college. 0 debt. Well, I mean, psychology degree. I'm a fucking YouTuber and a dog trainer, but you didn't know that. Paid for it. Bands. So fuck it, right? How dare I be upset? For 22 years, that is how I felt. For 22 years. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend, my college girlfriend, who spent 7 hours watching the sun come up with me in Conover Hall at Rider University. You're like, bro, like, you didn't choose any of this. Like Mercy Chook is saying, your feelings are valid. My family's loaded. Hey, yo. I feel you. People are quick to discount the feelings of those who they deem to be privileged. There's no equivocation between wealth and happiness. He says, don't feel bad about coming for money as long as you don't let it define you. That is, I mean, you guys tell me. I try. I don't feel like that's, I mean, like I certainly hid my entire drug addiction from my dad. And like, I could have gotten so many free drugs. I was just like, hey, Dad, I'm doing this internship. Or, hey. But I knew that was my struggle to deal with. And that how dare I, this man who's working like a legit job all day, am I going to hit him up for money and spend it on drugs? Like, I did not ever do it, but like, you know. I have a great dad. All three are related to female intimacy. So all three, what? What doctor my papa is trained? So he's he was a vascular surgeon, like veins and stuff, and that's lots of using like lasers and stuff. And now his main thing, he's like quasi post retirement. And we founded a tattoo removal company together. Like that one's almost gone. This is the one that we used for people who were like, oh my God, it really works. Like this used to be completely filled in with the flower of life pattern. And he's like, all right, you got it. One tattoo's got to go. You got, we need you. And so all of that gone with the lasers, but by my daddy. Safe and gentle tattoo removal in Ocean, New Jersey. Melody My Media said, I understand why people have to put down people who are striving to make their lives better, even if their life is already pretty good. I don't either, but I've always been in that position, so I guess I wouldn't get it anyway. So thank you. But I mean, maybe somebody else can tell me why I should shut the fuck up and stop complaining about anything. Ian says, I think your issue is that you didn't ever really have anything to do on your own, do your family's money. Just like how you think that Alex O'Connor is with the transits, right? No, that's wrong. Perhaps this has made you doubt your own ability to do for your own. Yeah, it's almost like I didn't start a whole YouTube channel that has nothing to do with my family and build this despite everything about my family, my super Christian family, and become the atheist YouTuber. It's appreciate you. Hey man, I appreciate that. I know that I appreciate it. Shout out to Glontek, really appreciate you, brother. Frosty Guns, welcome. Said dude, I totally get it. Where dads mess up is where we need to build for ourselves. And I think that's Glontek, or excuse me, Darshan. I don't know where I'm going. I think that's Darshan agreeing with Frosty Guns. And you guys are absolutely right. I don't disagree with you at all. The frustration is we talk about accountability and all that shit. And it's just like, hey, Dad, like, is it reasonable for me to be like, when I was texting this girl nonstop because I didn't understand the concept of, being attractive to women, like, was that not somewhat your responsibility? Because you certainly had an issue with the types of guys that I was hanging out with around puberty. So if I wasn't going to learn it from you, I was going to learn it from them. And you didn't want me hanging out with them, and you didn't want. So where am I supposed to learn this shit? And he says, well, I learned it on my own. Okay, well, I don't know about Jamaica in 1965, but in America, post 2005, height is kind of a big deal, which I didn't know until 2021, but it is. Context, I want to say yes, because I do blame my father for a lot. Granted, it was a completely different situation with him being a lifelong alcoholic. It's okay to blame, but still have respect if possible. Absolutely. And that's the thing. There's no, like, it's not black and white. It's not like my dad was bad or my dad was great. My dad was great. My dad was amazing. I lived a life that so many people dream of. I got to, I lived a life where never did, and I wasn't, my parents did a good ass job of not spoiling me. Like the last new fucking video game system I had was fucking N64, and I was like, well, when this is a little bit cheaper, then we'll buy it and whatever. But point being, like, okay, let's see, what do we got here? I just plug this in. Oh, whoa, it's like right there. Okay, cool. Is this touchscreen? All right, we're gonna work with this. But yeah, man. Ken said, I think women, for smart dads, that's their curse. And it kind of goes right directly in line what I just said about, like, how, Dad, you should have told my younger sister that, hey, men only want one thing, da-da-da-da-da. That kind of, no? Yeah. This is the part that I've learned being the father. Mine never was. I think it relates. I feel like I fail my children when I decide that there is an enough to give. He should have given you what you needed. Thank you. I am 35. I will be 30. I'm 34. I'll be 35 in November. How do I turn this into a fucking thing? I got this, and it's right there. If I can just get it this way, and I can get it as its thing, then we in business. But yeah, I'm 34, going to be 35 at the end of this year. My dad is an amazing fucking person, and I would not trade him for anything. So if that wasn't clear, then I apologize to my dad for not making it clear how fundamental he's been in who I am today and who I will continue to become. That is all due to my father. Full stop. And also, so there's some things that I wish would have been different. That's about it. One thing, so the parts you can't respect, at least come to peace with the fact that it's who they are, and you can't change everyone. You can change yourself. I'm in this, like, this is the whole thing. It's like, is this the case, or is it like, if I just find the right words and it goes just together like that? Oh, you say it like that, and like, oh, bro, I fucking get you now. For the last 30 years, I thought you were an asshole, but now I finally get you. I finally love you. Oh my God. Maybe that's unrealistic, but I'm holding on to that. I'm holding on to it. Yeah, it's fucking lit. Yes, I'm part owner of the company, Safe and Gentle Tattoo Removal.com. I founded that shit. Help make the website. Help buy the laser. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. I don't get it. There's gotta be fucking instructions. Kevin said, underground and bio, I learned a lot about lasers. That's seriously awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot to learn. Like, he's the laser guy. I'm just the guy who has tattoos, who can be like, hey, look, I did that. Like lasers. Ooh, lasers. That's my that and building the website. That was the extent. Okay, how to use monitor cover. Okay, here we go. How to use monitor cover as a stand. Backside and screen side. So place the screen. What? So it's supposed to fold here. Okay. And then this is supposed to be up. It doesn't work like that. What? It's supposed to look like that. Where are we? It's supposed to look like that. But there's a fold and then a long side. But there's no, if there's a fold here, then this should be the long side, no? But why was there a bend here? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so there's the fold. Is it that simple? I guess it's that simple. All right, okay. So if we can turn that around, we are in business. Oh, nope, that's not it either. I'm retarded. I don't know how to do this. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Mercy Chuck, did something happen that precipitated this, or are you just venting? If you don't mind me asking. So I went out to dinner with him. We didn't do, my brother and sister bailed on Father's Day. So, as you guys may have seen, I got that book. While we have the time, may as well just fucking grab the thingy thing so you could see. I got him a book for Father's. Where is it? I got him a book for Father's Day. Am I retarded? Oh, Father's Day Game Changer. And it's called I Want to Know You, Dad. And so again, in the same token, the same idea of like, I don't really know who you are. I got him, it's a journal that he's supposed to fill out. Oh. And this came up. And then I scrolled past and I was like, hold up. Hold up. I was downstairs. I'm like, I was like, hold up. What was that? Let me see that again. Dad, I want to hear your story. A father's guided journal to share his life and love. Sold. I mean, some of you are more familiar with my story than others, but just to quickly recap that I'm an older brother, younger sister. My parents are. Do you think I'm dumb? Like, if you want to insult me, I'm on the internet. I'm putting my face on the internet and complaining about my life. You can insult me all you want. Don't fucking insult me by pretending, oh, I'm on your side, bro. Clearly and obviously, at any turn, you want to undermine me. You fucking faggot. So stand on business or get the fuck out of here. Oops! It's almost like everybody can see right through your bullshit. Unplug that. We're gonna figure it out tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do, if I can figure it out, tomorrow I'm doing a vertical stream with a video reaction so you can see the video full screen. But for right now, I want to talk to you guys. You guys are helping me out right now. You guys are bringing me peace. Mercy Jokes said, parents are flawed humans just like everyone else. Hard pills to swallow, but true. They make mistakes. And of course, yeah, of course. And I wish that there was a notion of like, we did our best and you're all right, right? But, we fucked some shit. Like, even if it was that level of like, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever, I'm good. Like, we all try. But it's always excuses. Well, I did this and I did that. And I didn't ask to be here. You made me be here. And it's my fault? Dick said, I worry so much that my daughter will blame me for so much. I learned a lot of what not to do. Sorry. I learned a lot of what not to do, but I know I will fall short. I just hope I can teach her to be respectful about it and have a good talk. And I think that's what happened between my father and I tonight, is that, as a man, as somebody who has pride, as a person, it's not easy to hear like, hey, Dad, here's where I think you failed, especially with all the things that you and I are saying. That he was an amazing person and he created a life for me that so many people would give anything to have lived. And so, as far as I know about you, Glomtech, there will be things that you will fail at. That is what it is to be human. And when she's old enough to say, hey, Dad, I wish you would have done this, all you got to say is, I wish I would have too. That's it. That's it. Validation. Let's not forget here. The dynamic we're talking about is father and child. Yes, I'm 34 now, but I was a little child to this man. Again, Guamtech, I think it would be a worse thing if she never came to you and said, hey, these are some areas where I think things could have been better. I think it is a sign of good parenting that I felt comfortable enough to be like, hey, Dad, we're going out for Father's Day, but I want to talk about some real shit. Never in a million years would I do that with my mother, my brother, my sister, most any of you. My dad and I have a special type of relationship. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. And says, I get it. Sometimes people don't understand that wanting acknowledgement for the impact an action made is not trying to browbeat or blame. It can be hard to forgive and forget when one party abdicates. Well said. Well said. I mean, I don't even have anything to add to that. Good shit. And some of you got especially you those of you who are men, who are attractive, who are tall, who are whatever, okay, I make jokes about being short all the time, and it's not like something I'm super insecure about. I'm just very aware of it, but I'm aware of it as much as it is a real thing. And I wasn't aware of it for so long. So oh, I'm such a nice guy. Why don't girls like me? Because they gotta look at me like that. It's like, oh, okay, now that you understand, it's like something that you just deal with that. And you realize, oh, this is something I have to put forth and acknowledge, hey, I know I'm short, but fuck you. If I gave my card to a girl tonight at dinner. I gave her a card. She's like, what's this for? I was like, it's for me. Is that not enough? She's like, yeah, it is. So I was like, all right. She didn't text me, but you got to shoot your shot. Frosty Guns, so we've talked before, and I've told you about my issues being overweight and trying to find a lady. The key thing I've learned is if you can make a girl laugh, you can get it in. Again, man, I mean, yes, but also short is I have no idea what it's like to be overweight. However, no idea what it's like to be tiny, bro. I'm just saying. I think if we, whatever. We all have our issues, though. We all have our issues. If you can own it, you can overcome it. You're good. Stephen Gobert said, if my dad tried to give me dating advice, I would probably have laughed at him. Each generation is in a different world of social standards. That means that the assumption that your dad understands and cares about how you deal with women is a given. Who's privileged now, motherfucker? It's almost like you tell on yourself. She was drinking an alcoholic beverage. She did look young, but she was drinking an alcoholic beverage. So I'm going to assume that she is not a Zoomer, but she is a millennial who hasn't done jack shit to her skin. That's what I'm going to assume. She had alcohol. She's over 21. After that, I don't give a shit. If you can order a drink in a bar, you're old enough for me. You're old enough for me. I'm like, what was this dude, fucking something Mike, who got, and Zerka, that got caught, like legit, like pouring alcohol down 16-year-olds' throats. Like, I'm not trying to hang out with fucking teenagers. But if you can order a drink at a bar and you're interested in me, I'll talk to you. I may not like you, but I'll talk to you. And said, laughing is very important. It's your character that will keep her once the infatuation fades. Laughter is my favorite thing. Well, that's never been my like, keeping women has never been my issue. Like, if you get me, like, I got you. It's the initial thing. It's the initial, like, should I talk to you? Should I, that's the hard part. Like, if you're willing to talk to me, if you're willing to DM me, if you're willing to whatever, I got this. It's step one. Like, show me that you're not going to just brush me off because I'm too short or I'm brown or whatever. I'd eat all the time. Yep. And I ain't mad about it. Probably on the topic of dads, my dad is the only part of my family I can relate to. I said, shit, me too. Frosty goes on to say, and when he's gone, I'll know I'll be totally alone. And that is something I'm scared to death of. Yep. I mean, so you say something like this, and it's like, am I allowed to say that I hope both of my parents live full and happy lives? Nope, not saying it. Not saying it on the internet. If you're with me, you're with me, but I'm not saying that. Thank you, brother. He does. My dad always has my back. That's never a question. I just want to know that, as I move through this life, as I continue to be a better man, and I look back at who I am today and who I was 5 years ago, is it also fair to say that none of that is due to my dad? Is it fair to say that my becoming suicidal before I was a teenager, that has nothing to do with my dad? Is it fair to say that being a drug addict for 5 years has nothing to do with my dad? That only the good things have to do with my dad? Is that fair? I don't know. That's a genuine question. Because, like I said, I'm not shy about the fact that we lived in a nice home. We had a 5-bedroom home. 5 bedrooms, I think, 4 and 2.5 baths. It was a nice home. I remember in 3rd grade, I picked up a friend from his place. We came over to my place. We drove up in my driveway. He was like, whoa, how many people live here? And I had no fucking clue what the hell he was saying, because I didn't understand that other people lived in multifamily homes. My dad's had me covered for 35 years. I'm 34 years old. My dad's had me covered for 35. No, I don't get it. How do you do it? What do you do? How do you do it? What is it? It's like it seems like what? It's even. How do you? Why is one side not taller? I don't get it. Like that? Wait. Send me a video. Somebody drop a link or something. I don't fucking know. Shout out to Sean McAway. Thank you so much for dropping by. And yes, thank you so very, very much. Yeah, so I got an older brother who is whatever August of 83 is, and my younger sister, who's gonna be married in August, is 4 years younger than myself. And that was a big thing with the can you not fuck shit up, Morty? Please. I brought you out tonight. He had muscles. He ate like a fucking king. I mean, so did I. I ain't complaining about the food. I ain't not complaining about the food. Shout out to Old Silver Tavern. We still get come here. Don't forget, I mean, every donation comes with a treat for my co-host Morty, But yeah, my sister is 4 years younger. My brother is 6 years older. And one big thing about that Gen X video is there was one line about like, how come my Gen X brother, when he went to college, like we all grew up in the same household where dad was never there, mom was the full-time disciplinarian. Not that, no shade to dad. He just physically was not there because he was working. And it was hell. And when he left, he was just gone. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought like, you might be like, hey, Lutch. Obviously, that's not my name, but hey, Lutch, if things get like hard at home, like I'm going to college, I'm going to have a dorm. You can come through and whatever. Like I kind of expected that, but never came. And in that video, when I was talking about that, in the very next sentence, what did I say? Of course, when I went to college, I sat my sister down and I said, I know what it's like living in this house. For any moment you feel like you need to leave, you can always come to my dorm room or so on and so forth. There are hundreds of comments on that video being like, oh, it's not fucking anybody's responsibility. Okay, dude. Okay. Yep. Just like I said, it was my responsibility. No, it wasn't my responsibility. I just did it anyway. Oh, so I'm better than you. Hey, shout out to Trey Williams. What's good? I'm just bitching about my life. You are a terrible person. How did I become a part owner of my dad's company? By showing him that the technology that he was using was available to make shit tons of money with people with bad tattoos. It's kind of A to B. Like he already worked with lasers, but didn't know shit about tattoos. I didn't work with lasers, but knew a lot about tattoos. So you put A and B together, and it's like, oh my God. Or you think I'm only good for talking shit on the internet. Oh yeah, but you watched all my content, just like Alex O'Connor, so you know everything. Just go away. I honestly, Ian, I would be so ecstatic if I never fucking saw your name again. You are a piece of shit. You are an awful person. And for you to take this stream to be your actual natural self that I thought for so long was just troll and fun. Hey, let's fuck with Lutch. This is you. This is who you are. This is who you are. God damn. God damn. This is who you are. This is who you are. How many companies do you own? How many 3,500 subscriber YouTube channels do you have? How many 15-year-old dogs do you have? How many 7-year-old bearded dragons do you have? Do you have shit? Have you done anything with your life? Or you just sit around all day and bitch at people who are doing better than you are? Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Kevin said, I can think that's the one of the things I'm most thankful. Then thank you for letting me know. I have to be thankful for. I know so much about my parents and I have some fantastic favorite stories. Yeah, I don't. And that's not to say that anybody is better than anybody else. It's just to understand that different people live different lives, have different problems, have different things to care about and to understand. Oh, based Ian Hartman! Oh my God, I do nothing but ask questions and speak the truth. No, you don't. You're done. You're done. You're done. Shout out. Oh, where is it? I lost it. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? If you guys just dropped in, I'm getting to the chats. Shout out to Everest. I like that name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Am I friends with any customer service operators? Not at the moment, but I have been one myself. Thank you, Frosty. I appreciate that. Ken said, wow, yeah, I think I've had an accelerated life. My dad has something called UC and IBS, and UC and IBS thing. I have Crohn's, so at 14, I came to the recognition of the curse of the father, unintentional, imperfect human. Yeah, man. I mean, I couldn't pretend. I couldn't pretend that my life was bad in that way. Like, it just wasn't. And I don't wish it was. And I'm so thankful to both of my parents for it not being that way. And so if you think that that means that I'm not allowed to complain about anything, then I totally understand that your sad life prevents you from seeing that other people also have issues. But yikes. Hey, we got our boy Dylan Soup in the building. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. Context it also. Be glad you could have that conversation. My father could never get on the level with me, so I always had to keep everything surface level. Up to his song day, I don't know, up to his dying day, he refused any help or advice. Yeah, and I mean, I do appreciate that. Not that it came without a lot of work. I mean, as Kevin was just talking about, like, hey, wait, I'm lucky in certain ways, but I told you guys about when I first decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to like make this about something, and you know what I chose? He brought up climate change and said how it was the biggest hoax in American history, and I was like, Dad, how dare you? How dare you? That's how this started. Me shaming him. Shaming. How dare you? But he had the grace. I had the grace. There was a lot of times where we started yelling at each other. I remember when after George Floyd, before the body cam footage, and nobody really knew what was good, and all we had was that cell phone footage. And then Dave Chappelle did a special, and like it was real as fuck about it. And I showed it to my dad, and I was like, okay, like this is a person. And to this day, like I don't think it's cool that George Floyd died. Maybe you do. I don't know. Based, whatever. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's Chauvin's fault. I don't think it's cool that he died. But my dad was just like, he's a drug addict. I was like, Dad, so am I. What do you mean? Would you be okay with me dying on the street? And we didn't know. We didn't know what the body cam showed. And so we got in arguments. There's lots and lots of building that has gotten us even to here where I could be like, all right, let's get deep. Let's get hard. Where did you fail, bro? There's a lot of you that couldn't handle that conversation. I guarantee it. And me and my dad, we both got a little heated, but we held that shit down. We were fucking men about that shit. Go ahead and try that and come back to me and tell me how it goes. I should also be glad you could have that conversation. Oh, yeah, we got that. Yeah. Well said. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't know what it's like to be a short man, even though he's 5'2". He was normal size for an Indian, West Indian motherfucker. Like, goddamn. I said, if I get that job with the FAA, I'll try to get a place by you. You can help me drop some pounds. I'll buy you some platform shoes. Let's go. We'll do it. I'm down. And so not the lady. I say you're hot enough to keep being asked for it. I'll leave that with you. I'll take your word for it, brother. Trey said, I try to go visit my dad at least once a month and send him pictures of his grandkids. It's sometimes to have a father-son relationship. It's sometimes to have a father-son relationship because he's been gone my whole life. We have a friendship. And I'm very grateful for people like you, Trey, because, you know, on paper, you would be like, bro, what are you complaining about? Your dad just bought you mussels and a lobster roll on celebrating Father's Day for him. What are you my dad's in, you know, whatever it is. But you don't, because you understand that there's levels to this shit. I'm just now getting a relationship with my father through these very difficult conversations. And I think that he and I came out better from this night than if we hadn't gone down that road. But it fucking hurts, man. It fucking hurts. I'm just a fucking soft ass dude. I don't know what you want from me. It fucking hurts. I just want daddy to love me. Just love me and tell me that everything's gonna be okay. I don't know. That's all I want. If you get me, I got you. The Indian Jesus, that'll go in my Bible right now. I mean, if you get me, I got you. It is what it is. Restitute. We guys have to treat openings like suppressing fire. I sent out over 1,000 DMs, and I may have hit a hit rate of 20%. Well, I mean, that ain't bad, bro. That ain't bad. I ain't sending out shit because I ain't dealing with no 20% bullshit. Got the hub. Shout out to the hub till I got money. Then I'm going to the gym. Then we're going to figure it out. I mean, nah. Really? Would you have more or less respect for a man who's 5'4"? I mean, like, I'm not ugly. I look all right. He's 5'4", like 5'4", hard 5'4", not 5'4" and a half, 5'4". Would you have more respect for him as 5'6" and wearing heels? Would you though? Kevin said, I thought worse, so yes, you are free to say that. Have a preference for which parent lives longer. My parents have favorites, so can I. Still love my mom though. She's a queen bee through and through. Mom, on the other hand, never did drugs. Dad, on the other hand, got a weed charge dropped so he could join the military. You'll never know how to use it until you stop trying. Fair enough. That's me, eccentric middle child. That is me. So it's fair to say that absolutely everything about your childhood played a role in you developmentally, especially. family dynamics. Well, I appreciate you guys. I really do. This is, this is so very cathartic because it's, I mean, who else am I gonna fucking talk to about this shit? So 81. Okay, so 83 is older. Whatever. I mean, yeah, same shit. Like, okay. Oh, whoa. So Zillennial. But I mean, especially the way that he lived. He was like, my parents didn't care when the whole, like, whatever commendation you have for what counts as a latchkey kid drinking from the hose and riding bikes. He did all that shit. Okay, I had fucking video games and whatever. Maybe you're more Gen X than my brother. I don't give a fuck. That's not the fucking point. That's not the fucking point. Oh, is he still talking? Oh, I'm so glad he's not here. Ah, what a fucking loser. Let's see what he's saying. It's disappointing that I was timed out tonight. Oh, cry about it. I was timed out for being a dick. I've been a dick for 7 months or some shit like that. And finally, when Lutch is on some real shit and I couldn't take it, so I still wanted to troll. He fucking was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. That's you, bro. That's you. What else you got to say? Keep going. It's very disappointing that I was timed out tonight. I asked reasonable questions related to his relationship between Lutch and his father. Did you though? Try again. And made reasonable statements based on what Lutch has told us about it. Clearly, self-reflection isn't something Lutch wants to actually face. Bro, get a life. Go away. Go to somebody who wants you there. Can you imagine hanging out in a stream where everybody wants you to leave? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Get a life. Shout out to Brad Devine. Welcome to the party. Said as a parent and a dad, we all hide our shame behind our gruffness. And yeah, I completely get that. And as much as I don't want to have had to been like, Dad, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not blaming. I'm just trying to express my perspective on things. As much as I wish I didn't have to, caveat every single fucking thing I said that. You're right. Like, he's just a man at the end of the day. He did the best he did, and he could, and he did a damn good job. So, yeah. Hey, we got JL in the building. No apologies necessary. Welcome. Count Johnson said, if climate change is real, Canada and Russia become prime real estate. My dad discussed term limits with me, much less controversial. There you go. Just said, I don't see other countries having these bullshit race issues. It's getting me annoyed. Come on through, baby. Come on through. You and me will be roommates in fucking like either South Carolina or Phoenix or somewhere where they got weed and guns. Let's do it. All right, go on, take final things, and I'm super tired, so I'll leave you on this. The fact that you're questioning yourself is a good sign. You're a decent guy, and your pops probably knows it. Take another swing at the convo when things have cooled down, and look for the opportunity to learn what he thinks of your attempt. You know what's good, and he sounds like he'll be open to it. Yeah, man. There's no even from my. It's not like we had hard feelings. Like, that's the beauty of it all. Is that, like, he still has my back when I'm like, hey, you failed. I feel like you failed. And he's like, all right, bet. And I mean, he got a little mad, but, like, again, he's human. He's like, all right, fair. I see where you're coming from. Everybody else is just gonna come in late and act like they know what the fuck is good, then we can thank it. Yeah, I'm gonna be a real man. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna be a real man. I don't need sympathy for anything. I got everything. I'm just gonna bottle up inside, and then I'm gonna fucking kill you when I'm talking. Yeah. Oh, I'm like Robert. Yeah. Am I man enough for you now? Are you gonna jerk off to how manly I am? You fucking. There's a lot of gay ass dudes. I didn't realize how gay y'all were. Jesus Christ. What? What? Yeah. What? What? What are you talking about? You proving facts, bro. Ain't nobody talking about racism. What the fuck are you on? Anyway. It's very disappointing to find out I'm something about. All right, so fucking. All right, you got balls, bro. You got balls, Ian. You got balls, Ian. Let's see if you got balls. Come up and tell me why I'm wrong. Go ahead. Just drop the link. Come up and tell me why I'm wrong. Come up and tell me why I'm a bitch and why I should have not timed you out. Go ahead. Oh, it's almost like I'm not asking you guys to reflect on the situation to help me reflect in this moment. Should I not say that? Like, no, you're done. I don't ever. Yeah, you're done. Everybody say bye to Ian Hartman. Robert, you're next. I really am not in the mood for this tonight. Ian. Oh, Ian's gone forever. You saw what the fuck happened to Ron. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I ain't fucking doing no fucking heel bullshit. Is it not cringe when like I'll let you, Robert. You, as long as you didn't do anything worse than what you've already done, I won't ban you. Cause I'm a real man. I'm an alpha. I'm a sigma. I can tell you when I'm in my feels. So I'm in my feels tonight. If you're gonna be a bitch when I'm in my feels, I'm gonna fucking ban you. I don't give a shit. I don't want you here. And I think that you're a loser if you are places that you are not wanted. So we'll see where it goes. Being rough on the exterior isn't bad. It shows that you won't let the emotions outside and drama shake you up. Dude, just say you're gay. It's okay if you're gay. If you like dick in your butt, it's okay. Trey Williams said, oh, dude, it's been hard. I hated my dad growing up. And then the first time I got to visit him, he hugged me and cried because he couldn't believe he was seeing me as an 18-year-old. And he got locked up when I was 4. We just slowly developed a relationship. I really enjoyed it. And I love that for you, bro. Because, obviously, I, don't exactly have the same trajectory. But in the same way, I couldn't tell you, that book that I showed you guys with the fucking, I stopped sharing the thing. But, the Dad I Want to Know You, the journal, there's so much in there that I didn't even realize that I didn't know about my dad. Like one of the questions is any of your kids were any of your kids a surprise? Good question. I don't even know. And like it's a beautiful thing to be able to continue after the last 10 years where we had no relationship at all, and to this day to continue building that relationship and working through what that is. I mean, that sounds like hate to me. Nope, you're done. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Bye. Where are we at with the people who... Oh, yeah, I guess Ian ain't have no balls. I guess Ian ain't have no balls because I dropped that link before I banned him, and he didn't click it. What a forgot. It's always the fucking losers. Like, bro, I asked you to come up and tell me why I'm a bitch. And you ain't got no balls. Drop some Vigilant saga line. Oh, I thought you were talking about Epivigilant. All right. Shout out to History Tube. Said 1 order of pepper steak, please. Coming right up. Well, to say, hey man, nothing wrong with being in your feels. Exactly. A real man knows how to fucking deal with their shit. And like, ain't nobody see me cry. Ain't nobody see, oh, if I was doing that, I'd be like, hey, yo, get a handle on your shit. But I mean, I definitely got to watch this back. And I got a little emotional for a few seconds there, for sure, because I definitely care about my father and love him very, very much. But if that's like gay or loser to you, then you're not the same kind of person. Tube said, too many Indian immigrants in Toronto. Sucks for Toronto, am I right? I mean, shit. Yeah, we'll give him one more chance. I'm working through all this, so we'll see. Kevin said that's a bar. You are a lover. Did I say? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Wait a minute. You are a lover if you are places you are not wanted. Oh, loser. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that wasn't me. You're a loser if you're places that you are not wanted. Yes, definitely, absolutely. Shout out to JL being a member. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. We still here. We here. Just a little bit. Can you tell? I said, shit, me too. All I got is some Gatorade and some seltzer. I'm a little drunk. I didn't roll up. I need kratom. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I needed this. I needed to vent. And I do appreciate you guys. And, if you think I'm a loser because I have feelings, then I totally understand. I'm certainly not going to stop having feelings. I got lots of feelings, and they're going to keep coming. But if you are a real person who understands that, like, this is real shit, and you guys were really here for me. I think I'm. Should I delete this? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this worth it to keep up? I don't think it is. I think this is just for you guys. I think I'm gonna unlist this. But nah, I need that shit. Otherwise, we fucking doing other drugs. There you go. Yeah, he does. He does watch my videos. Ian, bye. He's still watching. I know you're watching. Ian, I know you're watching. Don't try to pretend. I know you can't chat. I know you're watching. You fucking loser. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I'll watch it back. We'll see how it is. Maybe it'll be up. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I'll probably keep. He was just Ian. He, one, pretended that I didn't found a company with my dad. Two, he's trying to make it seem like I hate my dad. Three, he's trying to seem like I have nothing to complain about because I didn't, because I have the perfect life. Just because he's broke as shit. And I'm sorry if you're broke, but your brokenness does not stop my emotions. My emotions! I like that, Ruthless. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll see. I'll watch it back. Hour and a half. I'll bang that out in 45 minutes, and we'll see. Either tomorrow, you'll know. Either it's up or it's down. But either way, I really, really, really appreciate you guys being here. If for no other reason, that will be the reason that it stays up, because it shows that you guys really got my back, and there is no replacement for that. So thank you so much. I need to go the fuck to bed. but I still got half a plate of fucking mussels and a lobster roll. Let's go. And Bloom is pooping. Until next time, guys. Thank you so very, very much for being here. As always, I am your host, aka the Indian Jesus. Always keeping it real. Until next time, guys, I am out of here. Peace.